This is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talk. I'm coming to you on Thinking Thursday. So I got like two things. I think I got two things. So the first one is Thinking Thursday. I had a chance to have a conversation with somebody. Just one person, right? Not many, just one. And I remember having these debates in college. Like, we would go back and forth, and we would talk about all these different things and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm so beyond that now. Like, I'm not even to the point where I want to discuss all these things. Like, we could talk about all the things that other cultures have done to the black culture. Like, we could discuss it all day. But then we never discuss what the black culture does to the black culture, what the black man does to the black woman, what the black woman does to the black woman, what, you see what I'm saying, like what we do, what black men do to black children, what black women do to black children, and like all the mental health situations that we also go through with all that stuff. So I feel like if you really want to talk to me, talk about what we need to do for our community first. It's a lot of people that would just like to discuss, oh my God, I don't know. This is what I don't like. It's like when a person reaches out to a different culture, there is a reason for that. Or even if a person is included in a different culture, there's a reason for that too. It's a reason, and I think it's a good reason because in the end, ultimately, it makes you a better person. It makes you a more roundabout person. That's why children, if you meet children from the Army, usually you meet children from the Army, like Army brat kids, like where they travel a lot. They have a different perspective on life, and it's like they're more open to a lot of things because they got a chance to travel. That's why I always used to tell my parents, I don't care what you do, take your kids somewhere different and let them meet different people, different nice people. I have met so many, like you meet so many different people with spunk and character, and I don't know, it's just something about that, and you want your kids to be able to create a world where that is okay. Where they meet these people and it is okay for each of them to be who the hell they have to be. And it's okay for a person to come in and have a conversation with them without that person having to be coiled or recoiled. I'm so surprised at myself because sometimes I'm just like, I'll come into a situation, I'm like, oh my God, do I belong here? And, it's because you don't feel welcome. You don't feel like somebody opened their arms to you and say, hey, come on, it's okay for you to be you. Sometimes even you go into situations with black people, I don't even feel comfortable with that. Sometimes you go in, you don't have on the right clothes, and everybody's frowning up at you and talking about you. And, it's just always something. And people can take it back to culture or whatever, but I take it back to the character of the person. Like, I don't even take it back to, okay, well, let me look at this. No, I don't care what color you are. If you're a good person, you're a good person. In the end, period. If you make it ways for people and open up ideas and businesses and all this different stuff, you are a good, like, it's like to me, I'm like, man, you are the dopest person I ever met in my life. It's like so many people have different ways of just like getting that across. You also don't know what's behind somebody else's wall. Sometimes I get mad at myself too because I'll be like, oh my God, it's about my color. And sometimes it really could be. That person could have grew up around black people and grew up in a black neighborhood and had a great experience with that. And then came back and be like, okay, and only love black women. Some men could have grew up in a house where they adopted black children and they gave those children love, or Hispanic children gave those children love. In the end, we don't know what lies behind somebody's walls or their reasons or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to have discussions about, as a black woman that has been through it, I don't want to have discussions about what a white person did to me or what this person did. You want to talk to me as a black person, then you come and tell me what you're going to do for your community. I don't even want to hear about all the problems. I already know the problems. I'm black myself. So it's like, I already seen it. I've seen it. So now, don't come and try to discuss with me like, okay, well, this is, these people did this, and the other, and this, that, and the other. But now, what are we doing today? What are we doing today? Because black men did the same thing to black women. And it's like, that's the thing that you don't even want to, some people don't even want to face it. It's like, okay, but your homeboy beat up his woman, and you didn't stop that. You said, it's like all this stuff all these things, it's like it's always trying to, like, boil down to money, but it's more than money because if you got your mind right, then you can start getting your money right and start helping other people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like you got to have your mind in that good mindset to be like, okay, this is what I need. So then further into this discussion, this is my second part. I always, for some reason, the men that talk to me, they always want to tell me about what they got. sweetie, that's wonderful. Like, I was like, you are so awesomely great. Like, you got it. You got it. You got it. And it's like they think a car is going to make a difference, or like the jeans they wear is going to make a difference, or the money they have is going to make a difference. But at the end of the day, it's still about your character. It's still about who you are and what you do and how you treat people. Like, you could smile in my face all day, but you could probably go to work and treat your workers like they dogs. You could smile in my face all day, and you could probably go somewhere and do something. Like, if you listen to my show, I leave people behind that do people like that. Like, it's just something about people who take their time and cheat other people and talk about them and put them down and never lift them up, and it's all about you and all this different stuff. I'm a community woman. Like, not, and when I say that, I'm not talking anything, whatever, because y'all change that too. What I'm saying is, I'm a person that likes to focus on my community, and I don't care if it's black, white, Indian, Hispanic, whatever. It's like, if I got good people around me to work with, I can work with good people. But if you just like one of these people that's just like, okay, I'm going to be selfish, and I understand sometimes people get selfish because sometimes you have to work that program on your own, or everybody else ain't seeing what you're seeing. So that's the thing. Until you work through it and then they see what you see, it'll be a different situation. But what I'm saying is like, men will come, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. I guess to show that they can provide for you, right? But at the same time, it's like, what else have you provided besides what you got? Like, how are you with your mom? Like, how are you with your family? How are you with this person? Or how are you with that? And I saw something else. I saw this meme. It was like, well, what if this dude had this problem, he didn't talk to his mom, he didn't talk. Man, that dude could probably love the hell out of you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you look and think about all the men, you're going to ask them, was your daddy around? They probably going to say no. The men that really take care of their kids, they going to say, was your mama around? Like, somebody wasn't there. So they trying to make up for all the stuff that they know that they had to fix within themselves. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what it is. They have to make up for every situation that they had to fix, or at least they thought that was wrong with themselves. Because they looked at other people, they looked at other people's lives and thought, man, you know what? I don't have that. Oh my God, and I don't. And it's like, but you looking at that life wrong. You have to look at, is this person in a safe position? Because even though a person has a father at home, he could be a drunk, an alcoholic, a drug addict. Even though a person has a mother at home, she might not be into that person. She might be materialistic. She might love the dogs more than she love the kids. She probably didn't like the daddy. Even though a grandmother take care of, she could probably be in poverty herself, and she's trying to make up. She's trying to do everything she can, do whatever she has to do. Everybody is going to have a problem, and it's like we don't go back and look at that situation. So even with that, they're going to try to make up for it. So it's like and then some men don't. Some men like, I'm just going to be like my daddy because that's what they told me. I'm going to be like the pimp on the street. Whatever they choose to do, or whatever woman chooses, because every woman don't want kids either. It's like some women don't have that innate. I was scared that I didn't have that. I was afraid. Like, I have been afraid my whole life before having a kid. And I think I've been honest about it. Like, I love my child, but at the same time, I did not know I was going to love him. That was the scariest fucking part of my life because I had never took the time to love people, and that shit's scary. Like, I know people, because people that I love were taken away from me. Things I love were always taken away. So I never wanted to be, like, attaching myself to people all the time. So to be able to look at my son and be like, I love you, that's why it's like sometimes it just brings me to tears, because that's the backstory. Is that I never thought I would be able to love him. Like, I never thought I'd be able to love anybody. And to be able to love him like that, it's like, it's a difference. So what I'm saying is, like, when people are, so it's just different reactions people have to different things. For me, it's not about materialism. Like, it's like men can tell me all day what they got. But what did you do? You know what I'm saying? What did you do? What are your acts of kindness? Like, what is your character? Who did you react to? Why did you react that way? So a person could lose everything, everybody around them, and still be able to just hold on to you and not be fucked up. And not because those people around them probably would have fucked them up. So it's like, you know, you have to really start looking at it and deepening it into, because some people like, I ain't going to talk to him. He don't want nobody. He don't do nothing. It's not the case. It could be just this person went through a lot, and now this person has to take the time and figure life out. And so I don't know, or sometimes they'll just hold on to you and love you the way you need to be loved because that's all they know. That's what they wanted, so they're gonna give you what they want in return. And so that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes some women go into people's lives and destroy them. Like you don't even build them up. You just constantly destroy them because we feel like we have to have this holier than thou situation. You are holy, women. You are glorious. But at the same time, it's like if you know you don't want them, don't do them like that. And just the same thing as me. If you know you don't want to do them, don't do them. Don't do her like that. That's some things you have to look at inside of a community. I'm so tired of people. Well, they dance, they. Okay, now what? Now what? We got all the history. We got all the facts. Now what we gonna do? Now what? You know it. Now what? You know what I'm saying? It's like, now what though? Like, for real. So what happened? We heard shit. We still heard. So what we gonna do? What we finna do? How many country ass ways can I say? What the hell we gonna do? That's where I'm at right now. So anyway, this is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talks under Black Unicorns. You have a wonderful day. And that's it. I guess those are my two things. No drama. Nobody brought drama, but it was just the fact that I really was like, no, dude, that's not how no, I ain't going to talk to nobody. And it could have been just where he just want to have conversation, but it's like, I'm not having this conversation. Sorry, this is not my cup of tea right now. It's just not my thing. Like, it's more like, I want to be happy. I don't want me to think about that stuff when we could be changing and moving today. Like, it's like, I want to start something, so I know that I'm giving back too, that I'm still giving back. So anyway, y'all, this is Shantae Brown Sugar Talk. Please have the most beautiful Thursday because tomorrow is Friday. It's Friday, y'all. Okay. Mwah. Shantae Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns. Love yourself.